Salient features of the Bangsamoro Labor and Employment Code. Integration in the code and recent and updated laws in PD 442, Labor Code of the Philippines, such as on apprenticeship, learnership, dual training, maternity and paternity law, and solo parent leave, among others. The code formally and expressly confers to the Ministry of Labor and Employment its devolved functions from the Department of Labor and Employment by detailing its particular and specific duties. The code legislates the cultural norms and values of the Bangsamoro people as an integral part of the workplace. The code adopts the basic and ethical rights in the labor sector, such as the right to disconnect, unemployment insurance, right of the workers under the contract of service to self-organization, and protection of the workers in the informal sector, among others. Book 1. Establishment of Bangsamoro Technical Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Program for the provision of free, technical, vocational, and entrepreneurship training of Bangsamoro. Creation of the Special Program for Employment of Bangsamoro Students, or SPEBS, and codifying the Government Internship and Development Program. Establishment of labor market information to provide the Bangsamoro job seekers with a reliable source of job information, giving the employees under contract of service and job orders to the right to self-organization, recognition of the rights of the workers in the informal economy, and providing them employment transition assistance to augment their expenses in job seeking, among others. The Book 1 adopted the national legislations for kasambahays, elderly workers, and child workers, and differently abled workers. Book 2. Provision of seasonal incentives amounting to at least 1,000 pesos and creation of the Bangsamoro Wages and Productivity Commission so that the Bangsamoro can actively adjust the minimum wages according to the prevailing economic situation of the region. Book 3. Cultural Rights and Practices of Muslim and Non-Muslim Workers. Dress Code, Prayer Space, Prayer Break, Respect to the Call for Prayer, Separate Comfort Rooms, Pilgrimage Leave, Right not to consume food, non-food merchandise that are against one's religion, codifying Amun Jadid and Lailatul Isra, Wal Miraj, among others as official holidays. Observance of Ramadan in work in terms of work hours. Book 4. Provision of quarantine leave of 15 days for disease or illnesses that needed to go quarantine, recognizing the right to disconnect after work hours, supporting the adoption of Mental Health Act in workplaces by mandating employers to develop appropriate policies on mental promotion, incorporating the following legislations in the Code: RA 11210, otherwise known as Maternity Leave Act; RA 8187, otherwise known as Paternity Leave Act; Solo Parent Leave under the Solo Parents Welfare Act of 2000, Leave under the VAUSI Act, Special Leave for Women with Gynecological Disorders and pursuant to Magna Carta of Women, Establishment of Lactation Stations under RA 10028, otherwise known as Expanded Breastfeeding Promotion Act of 2009, incorporating provisions under the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act, recognition of the prohibition against gender-based crimes under Safe Spaces Act, discrimination against differently abled persons under RA 7277, discrimination on account of age under RA 10911, and unemployment insurance for Bangsamoro workers. Book 5. Conferring to the Ministry of Labor and Employment through the Bureau of Labor Relations and Standards, the Registry of Labor Organization, conferring to the Minister of Labor and Employment the power to assume jurisdiction over disputes that are likely to cause a strike or lockout in an industry that provides essential services. Book 6. Conferring to the Minister of Labor and Employment the power to license contractors to avoid labor-only contracting. Book 7. Bangsamoro Labor Justice Administration, creation of Bangsamoro Labor Adjudication Commission to serve as a quasi-judicial agency in BARM to resolve labor and management disputes, streamlining the complex process of seeking grievances in labor-related disputes by lodging in the aforementioned commission all cases that relate to labor. Salient features of the Bangsamoro Labor and Employment Code.